Huh, the exact same jingle. Well, for those of you guys who are joining us just now, this is Etrian Odyssey Nexus for the 3DS. I'm actually pretty excited for this. Guild card save data will be created, of course. Whew. So, this is actually... So I know this game is supposed to be a celebration of, like, all of the 3DS Etrian Odyssey titles. This is actually, or all the Etrian Odyssey titles up to now. But this is only going to be my third game. So some of the stuff from 1, 2, and 3 might go over my head at first. Well, it'll go over my head, but 4 and 5 will definitely be on the lookout for. 7 Yggdrasil trees protect all creation. Once a new tree was born to the land, mankind flourished. However, prideful fools lost their way, and that power vanished overnight. The spirit of the great tree embraces the wise and calls out to adventurers yet unseen. Eons pass. Now, explorers from around the world gather as they soar across the skies. The curtain is about to rise on a new adventure. Okay. And of course, this game was not dubbed into English, which I was extremely sad about. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. Picnic, basic, expert, heroic. Okay. I'm definitely not heroic just yet. So I played through 4 and 5. I'm not the best Etrian Odyssey player you'll ever see in your life. I want to say that right up front. I'm not terrible at this game, but the stuff that's supposed to be challenging is going to be challenging, and the stuff that's not supposed to be challenging is probably going to end up being challenging. So just stick with me. This difficulty is for those who enjoyed previous Etrian Odyssey titles or who love a challenge. The difficulty can be changed during the game through the options menu while in town. Yeah, we're going to start the game in expert difficulty. I tried... So I didn't want to spend forever on the character creation, even though I know for a lot of people that's one of the most fun parts, and it's really fun for me too. But when I played through Etrian Odyssey 5, I had to cut out large chunks of the first episode that was just character creation. Yeah. Suspend save data and gathered guild card data. Note that you will not be able to load this data if the SD card is removed. That's fair. Turn off the system removing and inserting. Okay. This is the bridge of the flying city of Magenia. We will be arriving at our destination shortly. All citizens are advised to prepare for landing at a safe location and stand by. The flying city of Magenia. Oh, as you wander its halls, you find yourself lost in a passage linked to a bridge that extends toward the city. Which way do you go? You continue down the hall until you come across a regal-looking woman staring out one of the ship's windows. Who is... Is this gonna be our whirlwind? Honestly, in real life, I would probably comment on the intense weather outside. The woman ignores your greeting, then turns and addresses you in a sharp tone. Oh my god, that is gonna take so much getting used to. Alright. The woman asks you sternly. As an adventurer, you're obligated to tell her your guild name. Its name is... This I've had picked out for forever. Your character names and guild name will be viewable to anyone you exchange street pass data with. Please avoid any names that may offend others or reveal any private information. Alright, we are... I have to capitalize. There we are. We're the Luna Soul Guild. Oh, yeah. Huh. So, I know the first game is called Etrian Odyssey because it actually takes place in Etria, and then it's like an artifact title for the rest of the series, but that's pretty cool. So this game takes place in literally the same world. But I've never played it, but I've seen LPs of it, and this was long before I ever started my channel. So I'm not too hazy on the plot twist in that game. So okay, so Lagarde was where the second game took place. What was it? Heroes of Lagarde? That game, I'm even hazier on. I don't think I've ever... No, I think I've seen these are like the text LPs, though. And I've seen a speed run of 3. But I'm not... She's probably going to mention that next. Yep, that was the one where you had a ship. Is that... Okay, so I didn't know that all of these took place in the same world, but I guess they do now. There we go. That's the game I started with. Good old Tharsis and its airships. Okay, cool. Because it wouldn't make any sense for her to mention Arcania. I guess, is that where we're at? But we're on the flying city of Magenia, aren't we? Man, I would definitely have paid an additional $10 for some English voice acting. I don't know how, like, I know there are a lot of people who play these kinds of games who are like, cool, Japanese voice acting, and it's great, but I really would have preferred an English dub. Like I get the reasoning behind it, because the 3DS is kind of on its way out and Atlas didn't want to pay more money for what is definitely a niche series, but still. It's really difficult to judge where the text ends. Is this Arcania? Okay. I guess it's not Arcania. Sorry. Like I said, it's pretty difficult to I don't speak or understand Japanese. So when I hear a pause in the thing, I'm like, is she done? But obviously she kept talking right there, so she was not done. Okay, so she's Her Highness. We got all of that from him going, Okay. Alrighty then. Alright, Gunter. We got all of that from Okay. Oh, I guess he's not talking. No doubt they've been drawn to the lost treasures of an ancient civilization described in legend. Then again, there's no knowing if that can be said of everyone. Okay, so he's not actually voicing his lines, those are just like the short clips they use, I get it. But still. Some are here out of a sense of duty, while others have come to satiate their lust for adventure. Of course, there's no shortage of those seeking riches either, though some have come simply wishing to see Magenia for themselves. We've even received some vagrant criminals in search of a new home. However, now that we've reached our destination, we plan to have the princess provide some inspiration. You should make your way to the town square as well. Inspire us? There, the princess will inform you of your goal and hopefully arouse further enthusiasm for the task at hand. Well then, we're heading out. Until we meet again, Luna Soul Guild. Okay. Soaring Ivory Fortress.
Etria, Highlander, Armorod, Tarsis. 世界全土の樹海より集いし勇者たちよ。今より我らは前人未到の大地へ挑む。
Like, even though she didn't mention Arcania, how much of a gut punch would it be if there were no Arcania classes available?
互いに名も知らぬ冒険者なれど、未知なるものへ挑む心を持つ同志と思え。目指すは大いなる世界樹の麓、古代文明レムリアが残した伝説の秘宝。汝らの求める富や名誉、あるいは未知なる冒険そのものがそこに眠っているのだ。私はマギニア探索司令部の長、ペルセフォネ・マギニアス。司令部は汝らを常に見守り、必要な援助を行うと約束しよう。
Persephone is a really cool name, but I wasn't sure. Like, are they even gonna allow us to have names that long?
冒険者たちよ、己が誇りを胸に秘め、いざ進むのだ。
As Her Highness just said, we have come to Lemuria in search of its legendary treasures. Before we begin, we will need to measure your strength over at the Explorers Guild. Once we've assessed your capabilities, we can assign you to the appropriate missions. Come to the Explorers Guild when you're ready. There, I will receive you as Guildmaster. Good luck to you. Alright. With those final words of encouragement, Mueller leaves the area. The gathered adventurers begin to go their separate ways. In the meantime, you decide it would probably be best to pay a visit to Mueller over at the Explorers Guild. Sure, why not? Adventurers wanted. Don't gotta tell us twice. Will the next guild please enter? You're Luna Soul Guild, if I recall correctly. Welcome to the Magenian Explorers Guild. I trust your presence means you're hoping to reach Yggdrasil? Just so that you're aware, there are quite a few adventurers who've already folded their guilds in favor of an easy life in the city. Yeah, we're not gonna be one of them. But I'm glad to see you haven't lost your adventurous spirit. Now then, Luna Soul Guild, you must register adventurers to your guild, who will then become guild members. I recommend at least 5 members of different classes to create a balanced party. At the Explorers Guild, you can register new adventurers and rearrange your party organization. Choose your favorite adventurer classes and form a party of up to 5 members. Of up to 5 members? Oh, okay. Member 0 out of 60. So let's get to registering. I haven't looked too much into this. Hero. Okay, I think the heroes look super goofy. So... Protector. I think this is an EO1 class. This is definitely an EO1 class. Actually, is this the old artwork too? Medic. I do generally like healers, like a dedicated healer. Okay, so I don't know much about the EO1 to EO3 classes, except for Immunize. Immunize, I think it was the medics? If that is in this game, it's probably nowhere near as broken as it was in the first game. Ronin, nah. War Magus, it sounds cool, but sometimes called Dr. Magi. Well, let's actually read these descriptions. So, heroes are frontline offense/defense, determined warriors of sword and shield. They not only aid the party, but deliver raging blows seemingly beyond a normal person's capabilities. But, like I said, they look ultra goofy, so I'm not really fond of them. Frontline defender. Holy knights sworn to guard others with their lives. Their shields are invaluable tools for surviving the labyrinth. Medic. Healers who treat the party's wounds. Their combat skill is limited, but they are highly useful regardless. Survivalist. Explorers are, wait. Backline offense / explorer. Yeah, because I remember, I think it was in the LP of Game 2 I watched, there were people had dedicated exploring parties, and survivalists were part of them. I thought that might be the same situation in the 5th game, but it wasn't. Specialists in forest survival. Their deadly arrows and extraordinary speed can save the party in a crisis. Ronin, frontline offense plus. Foreign masters of the art of Bushido. They see death as part of life, and so neglect defense in favor of offense. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Flex healer / offense. Balanced explorers that can both heal with war lore and attack with war edges. Sometimes called Dr. Magi. Highlander. Okay, this was the, I think Highlander was the super OP class in one of the old Untold games. It was the first one, because the second one would have been the Fafnir Knight or something, right? Warriors trained in ancient spear techniques. By taking their life force into their weapons, they can use powerful attacks. Gunner. Gunners specialize in handling a variety of firearms. A versatile fighter who can attack, bind, or heal as needed. Now, gunners look really cool. Sovereign. And I think this class used to be Prince / Princess, but they changed it to be easier. Let's see, Flex Support Plus. Those of royal blood from kingdoms large and small. Their orders raise morale and turn the tide. Ninja. Flex Special Offense. They hide in shadows and use the art of Ninpo, the advanced practice which can create duplicates. Zodiac. Backline Elemental Offense. Scientific magicians who manipulate the etheric energy of the stars. Highly valuable in battle. So, with how many classes there are, I'm not sure what kind of specialization is going to be offered, but Farmer, Flex Special Explorer. These farmers seek to apply their wisdom to navigating the labyrinth despite their clumsiness in battle. That's not going to happen. Shogun, Frontline Offense. Far Eastern generals who dictate tactics, but also take a direct approach with their 2 swords. Landsknecht. Swordsmen skilled in melee attacks with swords or rapiers. They take the lead, raising the rest of the party's morale. Okay, I was severely disappointed because fencers in Etrian Odyssey 5 are nothing like land sharks in EO4, dude. Night Seekers. I was actually kind of... Apparently Night Seekers are really strong, but I was disappointed with mine. She didn't really seem to do that much. I couldn't really... Like, the ailments weren't landing super consistently. It just wasn't a great time. I ended up dropping her. And my sniper, but snipers were garbage. A class that weakens enemies at a distance from the shadows with throwing knives or uses 2 blades to go in for the kill. Arcanist. Backline special support. Arcanists were kind of the same as Night Seekers. I didn't really get as much use out of, because I let the story Arcanist into my party. I forget what her name was, but I used her. I wasn't really impressed. A race of casters from unnamed lands. Their circles inflict crippling effects and can be released to attack or heal. What is it, the Misty Ravine they're from? Now, Imperials were gods! Loyal knights who use a unique drive blade. Attacks with it can be devastating but place a heavy burden on its inner workings. Yeah, those cooldowns are no joke. Pugilists are awesome. Warriors trained in martial arts. Their precise strikes can bind enemy limbs. Harbinger. And that's it then. Manipulators of miasma. They weaken foes with it, then use scythes to cut them down. Okay. I actually do want to try out some of the classes that I've never used before. I just don't want any of the goofy looking ones. How's about frontline offense? Let's go with a Highlander then for number 1. Here you can set the character's appearance. Press left or right on the control pad to view the selected class's appearance options. You can press the X button to open a list of other classes to select an appearance from another class. Oh, wow! Wow, they're just spelling it out outright. Okay, you can do this in EO5 too, but I'm glad it made a return. You may change a character's appearance at any time at the Explorers Guild. Let's see. I guess we'll do a female Highlander. No, because we already got the tutorial in the 5th game. But this is gonna take me a second, so one moment, guys. Okay. Pretty satisfied with this. So the very first member of the guild is gonna be Salem the Highlander. Those little X marks on her head make her kind of look like a cow. But we can't really get rid of them, so... Yep, we're definitely gonna be registering another adventure. And I was able to give it some thought. And like I said, the Gunner is definitely one of the cooler looking classes. We're gonna go ahead and grab us one. It's got to be the Jack Frost Gunner. There's no other option. Let's get to customizing. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so this one was pretty simple. We've got Astra the Gunner as our second party member. Let's see. So far we've had, as the starting weapons, we've got the Tweeds, or the starting equipment, we've got the Tweed, which makes sense. But we've had the Taboko and Tadutsu. I don't know what those are supposed to mean, so I hope we get some... I hope whoever we pick as third actually has a translated first weapon name. But now we actually have to pick a third person. We've got the Gunner for backline offense and the Highlander for frontline offense. It looks like the only healer class is the Medic. Backline special support. I think we're good. Dang. Who should be next? Flex support plus. No, we need... Do we have any other healing classes? To be completely honest with you, I think the medics just look kind of plain. I don't think we're gonna have much use for the survivalist or the farmer just yet. How's about... They can both heal with Warlore and attack with War Edges. I guess if War Magus is our only other option, I'd honestly rather have a dedicated healer than someone who just flexes healing. So we'll do... I guess we'll go with a medic. And then this medic's gonna be a guy. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we're gonna go with Reese the medic as party member number 3. Next we need some magical power. Frontline offense plus, flex healer offense, special offense, backline elemental offense, frontline offense, flex special offense, not Night Seekers, backline special support. Ailments are pretty cool, but it looks like the only straight up magical class we've got are the Zodiacs. I guess we'll go with the Zodiac. Just like before, let's go with a guy. Maybe this one. Okay, yeah. I really couldn't gel with any of the Zodiac looks, so we picked the male, one of the male Shoguns, and this is gonna be Mr. Fixer, our Zodiac. And then, last but not least, so we've got 2 for offense, 1 healing, 1 for magical defense, and I guess we can, we're pretty flexible with who we go for as our last. I actually kind of want to give Sovereigns a try. They look pretty cool. Yeah, I think we'll go for a Sovereign. Definitely not the little kid Sovereigns. She's on the cover, I believe, of the 3rd game, I think it was. But we'll go with this, or... yeah, let's go with this one. Alright, and the final member of the Luna Soul Guild is Dulce the Sovereign. So, no, we're good on everything. So we've got Salem, Astra, Reese, Mr. Fixer, and Dulce. We are going to chat him up a little bit. This is a place for new adventurers, such as yourself, to meet and form guilds. You should go around, find some people you like, and collect them under your banner. You should also try to strike a healthy balance of different classes. If you register a guild member but change your mind, you will still be able to switch them out before finalizing them. You have full control. Alright. But we're good with who we've got now. It looks like you finished gathering your guild members.
Yeah.
That said, you're not ready to be introduced at headquarters just yet. You aren't experienced enough. From where I'm standing, you don't have what it takes to handle the missions that HQ assigns. How about this, Luna Soul Guild? Besides the missions, there are also requests by various townspeople that you can accept here in Magenia. Most refer to them as quests. We have this system in place where citizens report their problems to a tavern. No, that's not a joke. All Magenians are like family to one another. It's only natural that we lend a helping hand when needed. Now, normally the barkeep only assigns requests to the most capable candidates. But I will order him to prioritize your guild for now. Okay, so it's a him. The tavern owners that I'm familiar with are both female. Once you've polished your skills by fulfilling a few requests, I'll introduce you at HQ. Does that sound feasible to you? Yeah, let's nod confidently. Excellent. Then make your way to Kvasir's Tavern back in town. I'll let him know in advance that you're coming. Best of luck to you all.